Hello, my name is Blake Buckingham, and I am creating Universal a Game. Universal a Game is a document. Well, Universal a Game. This is actually the game design document for it. This is going to be the high overview. This is my prototype, what I have created so far for the game. The overview here is basically just going into details about exactly what's unique about Universal. This is the first page anyone will see if they actually look at the document. What they really talk about here is the major innovation inside of it. The engine that's actually going to be used, it's going to be based off of Unreal. We're going to constantly keep updating, keep changing it. So we'd probably have our own sect of Unreal's engine that we'd be using for this. It's always going to be basically edited, always upgraded. There's always going to be new content dropping in. The big idea here is to make a game or make a project that can easily be updated. The other thing on the side of this project, besides it just being an ability to swap, basically keep changing things, the other thing is going to be the fact that it's going to be a very combat animated, animation oriented game. Within that combat, it's going to be team based as well as environmentally based. I've been calling it a fluid object oriented combat style. Basically, all that means is whatever the actual avatar on screen is near or close to, they respond intelligently to it. So if that's a wall, the character will bounce off it. If it's another teammate, the character will work with that teammate. And the animation will show those two characters instead of just the regular move they would have done. That move would actually change to respond to the character within their proximity. Going a little bit further into the game design doc, I've included production notes, which once again restates the actual innovation. It also talks about the target audience, which is realistically males and females between 16 and 38, those that are already showing an interest in combat games or just anime in general. The game is going to be a 4-player co-op game. It'll mostly be online, but I do want to incorporate actual split screen. What's really, while the big focus out the gate is talking about the combat, the animation for that, and that object-oriented design. Throughout, when we actually get further into the game, of course, the characters and the stories will take a huge central place for it. So it's really about them at the end of the day, and we're only starting off with 4. That's going to be one of those things that's constantly growing. That's one of the new things about it. Highlight what I said already about the innovation. Um, it's unique in another way in that it's more of a crossing between not actually a couple different genres, but a couple different media formats. So it's designed to have that feel of mix of gaming as well as strong storytelling and the action you see normally in an anime. So it's a couple different medias kind of fusing all in one. Going further into the game design doc. Here it just talks about the gameplay, so it goes more into detail with how the attacks work. It's kind of designed, this piece is really for the people who will be working on me. So if they ever need a basis of how this combat's going to work, this highlights and goes through everything. The story is still a work in progress. I don't really have details about the story yet. Still deciding on the characters, and the same thing here. As the game design doc develops, the character page will actually list all the characters, their affiliations, kind of their basic bio, and then it'll actually have a link to a character design document. With the technology, it just lists what we're going to be using. The programming is still Blake. I did leave a little bit of notes about the art and animation. Art and animation is definitely going to come to the forefront of the project. The bulk of the people working on this would be the animation, the art team. There is going to be a ton of animations that will be incorporated. Programmers will probably have an easier time, so we probably won't need to do number for number programming for art and animation. But there will be quite a bit of animations, quite a bit of art. It's designed to feel really seamless within the combat. So the major thing there is making sure we have enough animations, because the scope of this is going to be huge. As you incorporate all those different kind of animations, whether that be the character doing a heavy attack, the character doing an attack with a teammate close to them, or whether they do a character, or whether they do an attack with the environment modifying it, or whether they're just doing a regular attack, each attack now is basically tripled. So with that in mind, the animation team is going to have their work cut out.